Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Serious Strategy Game and we are returning to Master of Command, where we are nearing the grand finale against the enemy headquarters here. They're going to come for us in just about 12 days. Let's see whether we can grab some supplies and maybe this outpost before that and see what we can do. Right, lightly guarded stuff. We're going to face a weak enemy detachment. I think I would love some ammunition actually, because that's what we don't have right now. Yeah, they're going to be hopelessly outclassed. Now, the big question is, do I upgrade my field artillery to horse artillery? Now, horse artillery sounds like super fun. I would actually love that. The big question I have is it useful? Because, as far as I can tell, it only increases our reload speed a little bit. Everything else seems to be the same, except movement. So, we'd be buzzing around stuff, and that is fun, but I expect the final battle to be a bit more stationary. It might be useful later on, and the veterancy here, I think we are a little bit better off keeping it as is for now. So we're not going to do that. So let's fight these guys in Oborniki, and honestly I think this is going to be a pretty quick fight. So let's not waste too much time with it. We're going to do it a little bit, I think, on double speed. And that should be... It's just a very small attachment. But I do like the fact that we are going to get a bit of equipment, a bit more veterancy even. Maybe we can upgrade the other artillery piece. That would be super useful. So, well, I don't like the battlefield. Not much. But not much that we can do about that. So let's grab these two guys. We're gonna move them over here. We're gonna have them unlimbered. We are gonna pick our cavalry over to the right there, and then the rest is sort of in the middle. Maybe I would like to have the recruits a little bit more central, and the grenadiers on the flanks. I think that's going to be better. Right, let's not waste too much time here. You're unlimbered, right? Let's get a little bit more experience for you. Especially you should be getting a bit more experience. And if we could get the recruits to upgrade at least once to normal musketeers, that would be super good. I think the cavalry we can leave for now. Yeah, the Freikorps provincial cavalry would be nice to upgrade them to Hussars at some point. But I don't think that's what right now. Come on, let's be a bit more conservative here. Actually, time speed. And speaking of, we can potentially actually get into here. You guys flank over here. We have at least one more veteran unit. No, actually not. Really want to get the recruits into a bit better. Freikorps grenadiers. Let's move up. Come on, move. Artillery is starting to fire, it appears. I think I would prefer if you shot the... Come on guys, you need to attack. I've got the advantage here. So yeah, no way that I'm gonna leave you. The plan here is to use these recruits on the flank to engage them. There, right. From musketeers, go up into this cover. Jägers, you can move up a little bit. Up a little bit. There we go. And I suppose we can grab some Prussian Hussars. Right. I really want to see how fast these guys are firing. I think the veteran musketeers, they got the slightly longer range version. So yeah, that looks very nice. Look at that. almost the same. Okay, these guys are coming around. Let's blow our cuirassiers here in the forest. Right. Should be engaging now. I think we can keep these guys here on not fire, so that once these cavalry units come into our Jaegers, we don't make the same mistake as last time. Come on. Okay, the Jaegers are shooting these guys. These guys are shooting at that guy, and just look at that, they're just breaking like that. Yeah, these extremely fast volleys, even if it's 7 seconds, just super useful. Yeah, these guys too. They're gonna break soon. You can actually fire because you're gonna fire into this cavalry unit. Yeah, I guess this is already over. And the nasty bit is I wanted my recruits to get some experience, and it just looks like that's not good. Right, let's have you not shoot. Yeah, at least the recruits are gonna get in there. Nice. They broke them. They ended the battle, actually. Good, good, good. I like that. Come on, come on. Go. A bit more money. Actually, a lot of money for the size of the enemy there. Cartridge boxes. Yeah, that's good. Accuracy and cover bonus. Charge at the cost of accuracy. For infantry. Not sure I like that. Couple of muskets, couple of this and that. That's good. Don't think we need the reservists. Although it's not that long until the enemy hits. But we've barely lost anyone. The ammunition would be useful, but I do want to have a couple of promotions here. It's a shame that we're not getting them. You guys in particular, I would love for you to just gain 500. And you. 700. Ah. Right, accuracy bonus for our artillery. You are reloading and max range. I like that you are sort of doubling down on the max range. Let's get you this bonus. Charge one, the Tula musket, we're going to sell that for sure. Sell these horses for sure. Riding boots, movement speed +4. I like the stamina better, I think. Prussian Hussars. Don't think we need the casualty restoration. You need some ammo, you need some replenishment there. You guys don't need the ammo. We're a bit shy. But that's a-okay. Charge bonus at the cost of accuracy. I don't think we need that ever. The cover is okay. Not that crucial. Okay, let's get to the outpost. They're gonna come for us soon. Very, very soon. You need more reservists. Ha! I say that. Ah, and here we go. Enlist 1 recruit infantry regiment. I would love that. But right now, I'm a little bit more concerned about the Warner uniforms. Silver Gorgon. Ah, I see. Okay, if I had that, that would be good. So that's why I want to keep it, so that I can recruit them as line infantry rather than just recruit infantry. That would be super helpful. But honestly, they're going to come soon, and I think I need the reserves. So we are going to use that. Engage that convoy, and then they're going to come for us. Ransom of the prisoners, ammunition and thalas, reservists, equip the men with arms. recruit infantry again. I like that idea. Musket from inventory. What do we have in terms of muskets? We have a lot of them. Which one is going to be used for that? Let's hope that the land pattern is going to be used if it's the first one. And then I think I will take that unit rather than... The ammo would be useful, but the next fight is going to be sort of the hard one. So we're going to equip them. Cantonist recruits. Yeah, and I think it just took that musket. Equip them with some... give them the Potsdams, give them a couple of good things. Yeah, I think that's quite sensible. Not the greatest unit. Still gonna be useful. Yeah, just extend our line. I like it. Good. We can come towards the enemy. There's no need for us to be waiting them out. Unless we fight another big battle first. The advantage would be that we gain another doctrine, potentially level up our units. Then we just need to run from them until we recover. Ooh, that's interesting. That is extremely interesting. I'm tempted to do this. Level up one last time. We are in good shape. We'd probably need to actually pick the ammo. But why not? Get down here to the encampment, let's see. They're gonna start to chase us now, but we cannot outrun them, we must face them. But first let's look at this. Get the reservists. They're coming for us now. Fight this battle quickly, get out of there, recover our man. We would be getting ammunition and Kalisz. And a doctrine. Stationary yields doctrine when defeated. Slightly less difficult. Limited in number, do not reappear. It's almost the same number. It's going to be slightly easier. It's going to be a test force. We have the men. Let's do it. What have they got? They've got 4 artillery pieces again, 4 cavalry, not that many units, not that many line units actually, but 1 named one. Austrian Fusiliers. Good accuracy, so reload. All of these are very slow firing. I'm concerned about the combination of artillery and cavalry. If it was just the line infantry, I'm pretty sure we would be overwhelming them. Let's see. Hopefully the doctrine is going to be a good one. This is going to potentially leave us extremely vulnerable to the next attack, if we can even beat these guys. It's a very strong contingent. Just look at how wide that line is. They've got good cover in everything that they're advancing through. They're probably going to advance on us and then start shooting, and we'll... Again, the question is, what's your range? 300, 300, 400? That's a Dutch field artillery. I was wondering, how are you different? Just got more guns. You've got 8 guns. They've got great artillery, the Austrians. 8 guns is fantastic. Right. Build a line. Where do we build a line? In the forest, so that we can take the artillery fire a little bit better. I like that idea. Can come through here, but then there's gonna be a gap. Although the gap is not necessarily the worst if that's where we are fighting them off. If they need to come through the sort of open ground here. We can flank around there. I kind of like it. It's sort of semi-broken. It's going to be a lot tougher. On the other hand, that's also true for the cavalry, right? Cavalry can charge into this much easier than they can through all of that. Let's go on the right. I think it enables us to just use a lot more things over here. Right, it does become a bit nifty to get all of my infantry together. I guess at some point I'm going to need to disentangle the Freikorps Jägers from the other stuff. But how we're going to do that is the recruits should go in the middle, I suppose. The Jägers, of course, are going to go in the front. That's going to happen anyways. Veteran Musketeers, they are pretty good. I'm going to keep them on the right-hand side. And these guys we're going to keep on the left because they can... All of the cavalry is going to form up behind that. We could circle around and try to get their artillery. That is a useful thing to do. Unless they're keeping too close with... But that's probably what they're going to do. And it might make some sense to use the cavalry to distract them, basically. Okay, that leaves us with our artillery. Move that over here. I'm gonna try to get on that hill, I guess. Yeah, I like that idea. Good. Okay, on advance, get moving. Artillery. Can I actually use... Right, you guys get on the hill. Freikorps Grenadiers, you guys are going to get in the forest. Line Infantry, forest. Line Infantry, forest. Line Infantry, forest. Jägers. Central forest for now. You over here. You over there. Who else have we got? Freddy in the forest. And then all of the cavalry go. Good. Let's see. Quite a number of artillery pieces that I've got. Where's the lignage? Ligne Fusiliers? Stamina pretty good. Reload, range, okay. Accuracy. Making them so fantastic. Charge, they're good at charging. Very good at charging, actually. They've got buckshot. Shouldn't maybe get too close to these guys. Right. You guys are here. So let's unlimber you. Unlimber you. And I mean, I would love to take out some of their artillery, right? Battalion. There's the field artillery. Especially the Dutch field artillery might be. I did not want to shoot these guys. I did want to shoot the... Oh my. They're opening up with so much on us. Who's taking the casualty here? Guess we need to really move into a line with all of you guys. Interesting. Are they attacking us? I had not expected that to happen. To be very honest. But it's okay. That is what is happening. But I think I want to move the Freikorps Jägers in the side because they're going to lose... I'm kind of concerned that they are losing... going to fire off their ammunition way too quickly. But if they are actually advancing, they don't. Let's fight the Dutch field artillery. I think that's the most concerning thing to me at this moment. Some Russian musketeers over there. Not sure what the enemy is firing at. Oh, the grenadiers. But the grenadiers do have some benefit in what they're doing. Slightly concerned about the setup over here. Just a bit too... There's no cover over here. I would actually like to move you guys around here too. Up to roll up the flank. Then the recruits would be all on their own. So we're going to switch that around actually. Have the veteran musketeers sort of hold the line. Whereas you guys might want to run a little bit. Need to close that gap too, but I think we're going to come up this way. We are way too open here. The grenadiers are suffering, so we need to come over here. Yeah, that's going to work. Right, cavalry, how are you doing? How do you feel about charging the enemy into the enemy region? Because our grenadiers are suffering, and they are suffering bad. The good thing is they are recovering quite a lot of their number. Okay, you guys stretch out as much as you can. You're going to come under fire very soon. Freikorps Jägers, move up a little bit. Cantonist recruits, move up a little bit like that. You guys are brave holding out like that. Right. Let's try to come over here. Shoot off a couple of volleys. And then try to charge their rear. If we're charging their rear, it doesn't make sense to use our artillery in the way that we do. We're also not causing too much damage there. So let's instead focus on these guys in the front. These are just recruits. They're going to break sooner or later. Maybe take on these guys. The Hungarian Hussars. Good thing is some of them have suffered a little bit. Okay. Let's do that. Hold. Hold and fire. Start shooting. Okay, one shot. Okay, exchanging fire there soon. You're more or less continuously firing at these guys now. Okay, let's take a second here to see how the rest of the line is developing. You guys are soon going to come into contact there. You guys are firing on them already. So they have withdrawn a couple of units there. So that is interesting. The cuirassiers go for the Hussars. The provincial guys go for the artillery. The Hussars go for the Hussars. And these Hussars go for these. Okay, you're gonna come under fire here soon, but for now I'm fairly happy with that result. And up over here, yeah, you guys are sort of meeting up there. I'm guessing the cuirassiers should be coming up on top of that. Yeah, the Hussars are broken. That means the cuirassiers need to move on. Move on. Okay, charge into there. Provincial guys, come on. Beat them off. Okay, this is bloody. This is super bloody. Prussian Hussars are suffering. Let's pause here for a second. Okay, you guys are charging into there. Prussian Cuirassiers. By the way, what are you loading? Are you using canister shot or something like that? You are. Okay, Cuirassiers. You're totally winded already. You guys are charging into that. You guys need to charge this. You're actually going to charge the cavalry. You guys are going to charge the artillery. They can. You guys are going to charge the artillery. You guys break off. Then charge these guys. Good. Good, good, good. You've broken that. Make sure these guys are not coming around. Charge that. Fantastic. Good result over there. Fine, fantastic. How are things looking on our flanks? You guys are trading volleys with these guys, but you are winning. You guys are winning over here. You guys are suffering badly, but it's okay for now. The recruits, I'm going to move them forward a little bit so that they can engage the Fusiliers. The Grenadiers are in trouble. And the recruits here have been running way too much. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to build up a line behind the Grenadiers and then we're going to pull the Grenadiers back. You guys are all doing fine. Keep on hitting the Fusiliers. I think that's the most dangerous. The Hussars broke off. Yeah, you are breaking off. We've beaten everything around here, except for this pieces of artillery. So, the provincial cavalry, please, is gonna go for the Dutch. And the Cuirassiers are gonna go for that. Come on. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Fine, sorry. So you guys are destroying, everyone else is fine. The Freikorps Hussars are doing the thing over there. These guys are forced to retreat. So I think we're gonna... yeah. Gonna move both of these guys out of here. Drive off the Hussars, I like that. Okay, cavalry, do your cavalry thing. One of our guys is withdrawing. You are doing your fest over there. You can start shooting their side. You guys are fine. The Cantonist recruits here are alright. Not sure what these Crownland recruits are thinking of doing there. They're coming very close, aren't they? Okay, Cuirassiers, leave it as is. You guys, come over there. You guys are both trading shots over there, that's okay. Yeah, I think we're going to beat them soon. These musketeers there are still fighting. And these guys over here are still fighting. Freikorps Jägers, of course, have absolutely no ammo anymore. I mean, I would love for them to level up. Somehow it's always these guys who are not getting the kills. Don't think any of you need kills. Russian field artillery can do. Doesn't need to do things. Come on, guys. I just want you to get a couple of kills. fire that here. Come on. I mean... an issue, they've got way too little stamina. I think stamina is actually actively hindering them from getting more kills. Prussian Cuirassiers and the cavalry doing their thing there. Veteran musketeers, let's try to get stuck into there. And these Jaegers, you're going to be trading blows with these guys. Oh, but we did beat them back pretty handily here. I think this is the only guy that is still standing at the moment. Broke them. Come on! Come on! I know you're exhausted. Try to get them anyway. Okay, Freikorps is gonna get rid of these guys. Freikorps Jaegers, that is. Yeah, and the Cantonists just don't have the power to do that. I suppose we can just use them as line infantry. Jot off a couple of volleys. Go. Gonna reload super slow. I would really like to get rid of that elite unit. Bam. Let's get rid of these guys. You guys are trading fire there, that's alright. Well, that was a bit stupid. And they should be gone fairly soon. Come on. But at least the recruits are going to get some of the last kills here. Lovely, I like that. Don't think we took too many casualties, except maybe on the cavalry. That might come in to hurt us, because that is going to be super slow to reinforce. 600 money, that's not the important bit. The important bit is we lost a number of men. I like the reload stuff. The rest is going to be relatively... The issue is we lost ammo and we lost men. That might have been a huge mistake. Doctrine. Forage inefficiency. No, don't care about that. Item cost at settlements. Minus 15%. Ooh, I like that. 5 dollars a day and morale is increasing. $5 a day, I mean, that's what, 750? I think we're spending way more on camps. Now ammo. Ammo is the biggie here. And of course the number of men. Not actually that bad. This is bad. Get rid of all of the ammo in the cavalry regiments. That's just enough. That's just sort of okay. But it's going to take time to replenish these guys, and time is not what we have. Give me good cavalry trade this time around. Yes. Well, that's actually not that great. Infantry accuracy would be okay. Cover efficiency, very bad. This is only going to be really relevant for Dragoons, once we have them, we don't have any Dragoons now. Especially these guys are going to take a while to replenish. That being said, we got a good number of items here. If we had that, we could get a veteran infantry line infantry actually. The reload speed is something nice. That is better though. We might get this. Do we have enough to upgrade you? Yes, we do have enough to upgrade you. That is going to be simply many more guns, so we're going to keep that. Recruits, we are one short. That's a pity. You guys are sort of out-promoted anyway. Ammo consumption minus 37%. Yes. All sort of stuff that we can sell it off at some point. Charge. I think the rest is fine. The buckshot is in, especially for people like these. You could just sort of fire off a volley and then charge in. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Ammo is a bit of a concern, as is the fact that we are very short on people and we are being chased by the HQ. So what we need to do is run away, sort of in a straight line. Maybe towards the encampment? I don't think so. I think they would catch us. If we could get a bit more ammo... No, we don't need it. We don't really need it. So I think that's going to be alright. Yeah, run away. Hope that we can replenish as many people as possible before they hit us. I think that's the plan. So for now, I say thank you very much for watching, and next time around we are definitely going to be in the HQ fight. The end of Act 1. See you then. Bye bye.